If it shits a brick on me or if it runs good.
Now I need to get the coolant plugged in.
Alright, seems to be working. 52 frames. $40 frames. A faster encoding preset. Okay. I'm not getting encoding issues now. Oh. It's asking me to sign into all my shit again. Next. So that board has support for multiple. Okay. Everything seems to be logged in. I gotta remember what I set this to. I don't understand why it's at 40 frames, but whatever. Because I don't have a nice computer is what it is.
Nice computer, what is that?
Huh?
Nice computer, you said?
Yeah. Yeah, there's no background frame rate cap. I'm getting like 45 frames. It could be optimization. My graphics card cannot like it whatsoever. My processor could not be handling it.
Power, but at what cost?
Yeah, I don't understand why I'm only getting 40 to 50 frames per second, but whatever. Hmm. Did I break the game? I think I might have. Okay. Hey, I'm hitting 50 frames. Let's go. That is not the way I'm supposed to go. I'm hitting 60. We're good.
Ooh, ooh.
Yup. Took a little finagling, but I got 60. Thing is, I just gotta stop with Twitch. Twitch is what's hurting me doing dual stream. I just need to stick to YouTube. So, say something real quick, Dill.
Yo.
Okay.
Alright, now I got another question. Where do I plug in the switch for the power button? On
It should be on the bottom by the USB ports. Somewhere you'll see it. Look in your manual. It'll tell you. I had an issue with finding mine at first. It was in a weird spot on my board. My board's different than your board.
for 2, 1, 1, and then another 2. For those little guys. So it's like,
Effective.
Yeah, I fixed all my issues. Cool. I just need to better optimize my crap. Speaking. Optimizing shit. Get rid of all that janky, fucked up crap. There we go. Okay, so that is a lightning move. Let me through this time. Yeah. That's how you roll. Yeah, there's a manual that came with your board that'll tell you where everything plugs in.
it's still kind of confusing. I'm looking at it though.
My training continues.
I'm at connect. I've been in the connectors for a while.
Evasion rating.
I like the front panel connectors. These connectors connect to the switches and LEDs of the front panel.
And then it should show you on the board where those get plugged in on the board.
Yep, I see.
That's the other thing too, like depending on how you what's it called? Hooked everything up in the first place, that's probably why you weren't getting an image. Even though everything was getting power, it wasn't registering.
Yep.
This is why I told you, you gotta hook everything up and just put it in and just deal with it. I know it sucks, and everyone says you can do it without it, but they have like docking stations people build, and people know how to hook that stuff in, and they've been doing it for forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're like, oh, how to build PC, and that's just like, nah, like, dude, we're just gonna, like, they barely tell you how to hook up some of these wires, too. Like, they barely tell you how to hook up some of these wires. Like, they barely tell you how to hook up some of these wires. Like, they barely tell you how to hook up some of these wires. Like, they barely tell you how to hook up some of these wires. Like, they barely tell you how to hook up some of these wires. Like, they barely tell you how to hook up some of these wires. Like, they barely tell you how to hook up some of these wires. Like, they barely tell you how to hook up some of these wires. Like, they barely tell you how to hook up some of these wires. Like, they barely tell you how to hook up some of these wires. Like, they barely tell you how to hook up some of these wires. Like, they barely tell you how to hook up some of these wires. Like, they barely tell you how to hook up some of these wires. Like, they barely tell you how to hook up some of these wires. Like, they barely tell you how to hook up some of these wires. Like, they barely tell you how to hook up some of these wires. Like, they barely tell you how to hook up some of these wires. Fucking annoying. I just, it's late.
It only took me almost an extra half hour to get this bitch up and running. But hey, I'm here. Yeah, I know I sounded like the asshole when I said you should have just waited for me, and I know you don't want to wait. It's just...
Why are you gonna like beat around the bush? Even if you came and helped me, you're still an asshole.
That's true, but I sound like more of an asshole when I'm like, you should have just fucking waited. Because I know you gotta read the thing. I know it takes extra, and, you know, I don't know where everything on your board is. If you had an identical board to mine, I could just sit in front of my tower and walk you through it. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean. Alright, I think that. That is.
Oof, that hurts. That hurts. Hmm.
I think these little ones are more annoying.
The little ones are finicky, and they're annoying.
Shit. Okay.
Oh, fuck you, bitch.
Fuck you too.
Not you. The first, like, training boss they give you in this. It's hard, dude. And I don't consent. I don't consent. Yeah, I know I'm out of flash charges. Yeah. Knew that was gonna happen.
Please aid us.
Ooh. Wrong button.
other question is, where the fuck do I put this other fan? Is this
Uh,
extra fan I put?
in the back
Oh yeah.
where it's supposed to be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You out there! Help us!
I don't know how I feel about this. I might switch over to controller because of the way the movement is. He hits way too fucking hard for a training boss. That should not hit me that hard. That almost killed me. Bro, why do you hit so damn hard? Alright, let's slap a controller on. Yeah, I know, get good. Let's see. Options, interface, input. This might work out a little bit better for me.
Please aid us! What is that? Lightning!
Oh my god. Come on. Let's see how well I do with the controller. Because I've had just about enough of this one. What's up?
I don't know if it's door mode or not because I have to turn it on to see if it works. Huh? No.
Hmm.
ready to try a journey on.
It's not.
Wish me fucking well.
Skill bind. There. I think you'll be alright.
I still don't have those numbers on the motherboard.
What numbers?
In the top corner.
You shouldn't have numbers.
It's Comos again or whatever. CMOS.
So look that up for your board or look in your manual. It will tell you. That is the only advice I can give you. Without being there directly.
The jumper to clear. The fuck is the jumper?
A little fucking thing. A jumper pin. The little black thing that goes on 2 pins that are on your board somewhere.
J V A D 1.
Creature.
What's a jumper cap?
A little black piece of plastic that would have came in with the shit from your board. Obviously, Monk is not for me.
I think I have it in the thing that I have with all the little stuff that I.
It could be somewhere on your board already, too.
No, there's nothing like that there.
Ranger! An outcast, lurking among the shadows of the trees like an animal. You murdered one of my soldiers in the name of a filthy thief.
No, I have it in my hand right here.
Plead for mercy. Pagan!
Pretty sure that's what it is. I don't know what else it came. I don't know what else.
It's literally smaller than a dime, a jumper pin.
Still coming up the same fucking thing. I gotta Google it, shit.
I told you you were gonna. Told you you were gonna need to. There was that off chance.
I tried and it was like nothing really clear.
You were banished by your Akara for experimenting with the elements. Arrogance has led you here, and arrogance keeps you on those gallows. Speak your piece.
Fucking 11 o'clock and I'm still doing this. Son of a bitch.
Foul witch! Your very own coven cast you out for your forbidden pursuits. Your twisted necromancy ends here, at the end of a noose. Speak your last.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. It's on.
You got an image?
I got power. I just turned it on. Hold on. Plug in the. Hold up.
The witch is escaping! Kill her!
Plug in the DDR to the DDR right now.
I will not join the dead to
Turn on my monitor. Let me plug in this keyboard. See if the keyboard turns on.
By the first ones.
Alright, so
I'm glad to the Milo. Now, I would appreciate it if you could.
I'm just trying to read something.
Reach clear fell. Find. Reach clear fell. Find.
the dead rise again. Oh, I'm going to like it here.
Hey, baby. That was weird.
Not getting any. Oh, there you go. Power to the keyboard.
Do you have an image, though?
Yes, now I do. I got
This dark
AMD
I
Ryzen.
welcome it.
Alright, MSI, click BIOS 5. CPU speed. Yeah, I got an image now.
Okay, so it's recognizing you.
Alright. I need to get my mouse from upstairs too.
Oh yeah, you should have your mouse, and you're gonna want to hardline it first.
I just found my path to power.
You're gonna want to hardline it before anything. So, and then install all the drivers and update everything, because it's gonna give you some issues till you do.
I was upstairs.
I said you're gonna want to, what's it called? Hardline it to update all your drivers and shit, and install your updates before you do anything.
Yeah.
Let the fucker update. I know it sucks, but
Uh, oh, that's one thing I didn't finish putting on. Uh-oh.
what?
The liquid coolant.
Temperature spiking?
Yep.
My first
Turn it off until you do everything proper.
Would I just press the power button then?
Just flip the switch in the back before you break it.
Hey, man, that's fucking progress, bro.
taste
You have image.
power.
So I guess you put that jumper in the proper spot then.
Yep. All right. Now I'm going to mount the radiator and fans.
Yep, and make
Up
sure
where I
they're
wanted it to be.
and they're spinning, right? When it's on, it's spinning.
Hold on, I gotta plug them in.
You got to make sure they're hooked to the board or they won't spin.
Sure, I was taking care of my wire management. Yeah, it's hooked up to the board.
Okay.
The cool thing about this is it has a little magnetic pack that hooks up to the case that connects all the wires together into one little box.
Okay.
Assist us!
Problem with that,
The miller, I presume.
the wires aren't extremely long. All the wires aren't extremely long either.
Well, the case comes with default wire management.
I know, I get that, but this is something else. You know what I mean? It's fucking a big piece. You saw what it looked like.
Oh, I know.
The IO.
Oh, I know.
Let me get one screw. Screw there. And honestly, the tower, or the case comes with so many screws that you don't even need all of them.
Oh,
Which is a
no.
good thing.
They give you extra for that specific reason.
I'm not complaining because I was using, I don't even know if these were the right ones to use for that. I was just like, oh, this one fits, and it seems to work. It
There you
works,
go.
and that's pretty much what I did.
Rise!
Where's the other screw that looks like that? Do I not have another one of those? There
Dismal.
should have been a bunch of them. Oh, I might have used them for something else. Oh well, I'll put one that does other. Because I knew I had another one somewhere.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to play this with controller moving forward.
No.
that remains.
Friendly's the name, but I've no fear.
Screws too fucking small.
If you're willing to
Those screws fit?
there's a beast of particular. If you could channel your
A kind
The
leader.
fuck screw holes do they want into this thing?
Lives.
For what?
This little fan.
What little fan?
The one fan, the one extra fan that I got.
The screws go right through the slots into the fan itself.
No,
That's
I know,
all.
but the holes in the fan holes are too big.
For the screws that came with the fan?
That didn't. I
The
don't
fan
know
came with
if that-
screws. In the box somewhere, there's screws, I promise
I
you.
have a box. Hold on. I don't know if these are the one, but it's screws. Those aren't it. Shit. I have everything in. Shit, if I just. If I just find one that fits, I don't care which one it is.
Able-bodied men capable of excavation.
Why are these so big? Why are these holes so big and span? It's all Corsair. You would think ones that came with the.
No, because it's a bigger AIO fan. They come in different sizes.
It's not the AIO. It's the small extra fan that I got. I said that like 10 times.
Yes, but they come in different sizes, so they come with their own screws.
I get that, but I don't remember it coming with any screws.
It would have been a small package in the bottom of the box. You might have overlooked it.
Monsters that
I'll go look in my room.
Skeletal warriors have high defense,
They're
but
gonna
don't
come
shoot.
with me.
Skeletal snipers do high damage but have low life. Skeletal warriors have high defense.
I swear, I could be wrong. I mean, but I opened it and I put everything in the one box, so I didn't lose anything. You know what I mean? I was
Yes,
trying to be really good about it.
but you can mix up screws easily.
Oh, I could have totally, but that means some of the screws that I used for the other things would fit those too. Then you know what I mean?
Not necessarily. You're assuming everything will fit because it's all one brand. That is not the way it works.
I've no fit by Smith.
Well, it should be.
Well, this the monster.
What it should be and what it is are two very different things.
It's a shame what happened. Oh, he tried to batter his way in for 5 full days.
I'll just fucking zip tie the fucker on there.
We thought we were done for.
You could do that. It comes with it.
And I'm glad you did.
For now, and just until I can find other screws.
Go well.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they're there somewhere.
I'm not worried about one little fan.
And you have the fans for the AIO exhausting, right? They're not blowing into the unit.
I haven't tried it. I haven't turned it on with that on yet.
Okay, you need to make sure that they're exhausting, not sucking in, or it's going to suck all the dust through your AIO and clog it up. Hold to open my radio menu.
The ones in the front are exhausting.
No, the ones in the
The
front
ones
should be
with the AIO
sucking.
blowing in.
No, the ones on the front
No,
should be
they're
sucking.
in.
Yeah. The ones from the AIO need to be blowing out.
They're blowing down onto it.
No, they need to be sucking out. They don't need to be blowing onto it. They just need to have air passing through it.
That's not how I seen 10 different people put it. Like, you can't do it any other way.
Yes, you can. You flip the fans.
How are you supposed to know there's no screws on the front where the fans go? Not how it
No,
works.
the front fans you don't touch. The AIO fans need to be blowing the air out the top, not sucking it in from the top.
You're not seeing what I'm seeing.
It's not a matter of what I'm seeing. I'm telling you the way it works. You flip the whole unit. You flip the whole unit then.
You're not listening to me. You think you know everything. There's no fucking screw mounts on the front of the fans. It's on the back of the radiator. Where else are you supposed to screw it onto?
They screw into the corners of the fans. They don't actually have threaded holes. There should be 4 holes on any fan. There's
none. If you listen to me, there is none.
Well, maybe you should have waited for me then, Dylan, and I'd be there to figure it out. What do you want me to tell you? There's probably a bracket that you took out that you don't see.
There is no bracket, Mike. There's holes.
You're assuming there's no bracket because you dumped everything into a box without looking. I don't care what you watched.
I don't care what you think you know about an AIO that you've never installed yourself before.
Yeah, excuse me? Because my son's computer doesn't have one, right? And I didn't build his computer.
You're not going to listen to me and I'm telling you there was no mount and then there's no screws in the front of the fans.
They're meant to be changed out. There has to be mount screws. You are just they're meant to be changed out. Then you're missing something. I don't care if there's not, you're missing something.
I don't care what was in the box was in the box.
And you dumped it all into one box. And if you're not going to listen to me and look through the shit and read the manuals that came with it, that'll tell you how to do it. There is a manual that tells you how to fix it, Dylan. Read the fucking manual. They have to be exhaust out. If you read up on any fucking computer forum, they will tell you you don't want to suck dust into your coil because you're going to burn your AIO up and your CPU. It has to exhaust out or you're going to break it. So again, they need to be blowing out. So if you put your hand... Sucking is sucking in. They need to be blowing out through. Not sucking. They need to be blowing...
My God, you don't listen to me.
I am listening to you, but what you're describing is not proper. If it's the way you're describing it... So the front fans suck air into the computer. The top fans push air out of the computer. They should not be sucking air in like the front fans. They need to be pushing out. You're telling me it's sucking air in.
I'm on Google right now, and I'm looking at all the images of IOs, and all the fans are on the top.
Yeah, they are on the top, but they may be flipped fans. The blades may be in the blades may be in a different orientation. So again, so you need to make sure that if you put your hand over the top of your computer, you're feeling air come out the top. If you're not, they are in wrong.
There was no mount. See, this is why you don't believe, and you're not listening.
No, this is why I wish you would have waited.
I'm not waiting when I did it myself.
If you're not waiting and it burns up and blows up, I warned you. Is all I have to say there is I told you, I warned you. You do something and it breaks. It is not on me, sir. Because what you're saying doesn't make sense. What you're saying is it's sucking the dust and crap right into... I don't care how people... I've installed them already before, Dylan. What the fuck do
How
you
many
mean?
computers have you built, Mike? You've only
Um,
built your one.
No, wrong, sir. Wrong. First off, I built mine recently. I built Brendan's 4 years ago. I built my last one before that many, many years ago, but I built Brendan's within the past 4 years, and it has one. So you want to sit here and tell me I never installed one when I did? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Something is not right. What you're describing doesn't make sense. You may be describing it wrong,
I have received
but the way you're describing...
Describing it wrong. The fans are sucking towards the radiator, which is facing up out of the box.
Which means they're blowing through the radiator like they're supposed to. That's what I was... Okay, they're not sucking, they're blowing. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Air from inside
Out. They're blowing the air from inside out, sir. They're not sucking it, they are blowing it. That is two very different terms. That's why I was like, you're not making sense. Because those are two very different terms. Sucking air in and blowing air out is the way you say it. But that's what I was trying to tell you, sir, is it's not making sense to me. Not that I'm not listening to you the way you were saying it. It just was not computing.
I had it correct.
I just don't want you to burn up your $500 CPU. Because they don't give you a new one if you burn it up. They say, well, you should know better. And I need to change my keybinds.
I need to get this plugged in to make sure. Dude, I'm frustrated, and you're kind of telling me that I didn't do it right when I know I did do it right.
But the way you were describing it is that you did it wrong. And I'm also trying to multitask and focus on the game at the same time.
Because your game is so important.
Bro, shit hits so hard in this. Shit hits so hard in this.
These bugs are fucking really close. Hey, you should be proud of me. I pretty much put this thing together by myself.
I know you did. But I swear sometimes you want to give me a heart attack. Right.
Oh, this thing fucking sucks. I can't even reach it, and I have to go in with it and put it on the inside. Oh, no, I can't.
What?
Why don't they give you a bigger board?
There's slots in the back. All over that case, there's slots to snake wires through. You can take the back side of the case off to run your wires.
Looking at it, it's it's like a junction box that they make now for these IOs.
Yeah, the RGBs.
No. It's not, well, I think some of them are, but mine aren't. It's like a magnetic thing where you plug all the cords into, like a junction box.
Yeah. That bitch froze me.
It's such a small cord for the one, and then you wonder how you're supposed to fucking get it in. Alright, the second one then. The two of them are... Where is this? Hold up again. Test it out. Switches on.
Yeah, shit hurts in this. I gotta take this a little more slow paced. I can't just brute force this.
Alright. The coolant thing turned on, but the fans didn't turn on.
Because it's not hot enough to trigger them yet. You also may have to install software.
Oh, okay.
Does it have a digital gauge on the front? I didn't see.
No, that one, I didn't get that fancy of a one. It does have like a magnetic thing that you can replace or move. Alright, so my screen's on. What am I supposed to be looking at here? CPU frequency 3.8 gigahertz.
Yeah, that's normal. How is this bitch able to hit me all the way out here?
Hybrid threading technology, yes. Secure virtual machine, yes.
Oh, so you have to put an OS on it now. It won't let you update till you install an OS. It won't let you boot past that main screen. You have to make... Do you have another computer in the house?
I have my dad's laptop if he's even awake still.
Do you have a USB thumb drive?
I have an extra, maybe? I have an extra, external hard drive.
No, you need a thumb drive. You need to make a bootable Windows stick. Is what it is. It's what you have to make. Is a bootable Windows stick.
Can you put that on an SD card and then use your
Nope.
like
It's got to boot itself. It's got to run it through the BIOS and boot it and then install Windows on the hard drive. So then it'll run and then you can buy a key after. You don't have to activate it right off the rip, but you definitely need a bootable thumb drive, which just happens to be sitting on my fucking desk. Again, love you. Should've waited. I have everything here. Motherfucker.
I got the computer on, so I don't want to hear it. I did this.
The hard part's over. Now you're just gonna make a bootable thumb drive, so... The fuck are my sleeping pills?
DDR speed is 2,133.
2,100. Alright. Let's go finish this bitch off now.
I don't know Celsius temperatures. It's 30 C. 30 C.
That's as long as it doesn't break 85, 90, or 95. You should be alright. Yeah, 95 is when it'll start thermal throttling. I really need to switch that out. I need to go and switch out my shit.
Hey.
I told you about it earlier. They're going to get a treat tomorrow.
Together. Yeah.
So, do I...
Jack!
On Earth,
Come on, Jack!
skeletal snipers do
Jack!
high damage.
Come on, Jack! Come on, Jack! No. Come here, Jack! Jack! Oh, that's a good way to go. Come on. Go to the door. Come on, Jack.
I just saw something wrong here. Go to character selection, confirm. Let's take out these characters and restart now that I have.
Foul witch! Your very own coven cast you out for your forbidden pursuits. Your twisted necromancy ends here, at the end of a noose. Speak your last.
Start.
May 1968, the couple moved in together, and the relationship took off. That's Susan, I don't know, from their family, an intimate ceremony.
I will not join the dead
I was
today.
very proud that I was pregnant.
By the first ones,
Very
you're alive.
proud that
I'm glad to submit now. I would appreciate it if you could.
I was pregnant.
Breach clear.
Back in Portland, he was like companies split to married life.
Beach
And
clear.
Susan felt gamble. She loved my kids like their own and her family. But one night, my husband told me his marriage changed him, and he asked me one evening.
Clear fell. Fine.
See the married life, the best. But 8 years later, she would realize just how wrong she'd been. Over the last 2 years, their marriage took a bad turn. But what bothered Susan was something else entirely. Her custody and other things.
This oozes.
Real stupid.
Huh?
It's supposed to be this way. No, I'm talking to myself.
This oozes
No,
darkness.
it's not the right holes. What the fuck? This, I swear this thing from what freaking screws is this other fan.
They wouldn't not come with screws.
That's
I-
why I'm like, what the fuck?
They're somewhere. Where they may be, the world may never know. It's kind of like a Tootsie Pop, bro.
You fucking stole them, Mike.
Oh yeah, totally. I snuck into your house, into your room, past your whole family, and I boofed them. How did you know?
Your butt.
Exactly. I boofed them. Because I just wanted you to suffer for not waiting for me. That's all. Now I've got the hang of the controls.
My first taste.
I'll shield right off the rip.
Of true
That'll help keep me alive.
Let me get my wiring together, put this stuff on, and then I'll pack it up for the night.
It boots on. Now you just have to put an OS in it.
Oh, there goes the other fan.
Huh?
Talking to myself. Did you ever doubt me, Mike?
I didn't doubt that you could do it. I know I fuck shit up. So,
You.
I don't doubt that you could fuck shit up too. It just comes with the territory.
I'm a whole different kind of fuck up, dude.
Impressive size, but little acuity. Dismal.
Yeah, that went a lot easier now that I know what I'm doing.
Is this all that remains?
Friendlies then. I'll have no fire smith for you. There's a beast. Now, if you could.
A kind leader. Hopefully.
By decree of it.
He would be listening in the background. Frequently, she would just watch them for
Monsters that die while infected with contagion will spread the infection to nearby enemies. The damage of a contagion, skeletal snipers.
Sure if it ever. He told me that he wasn't sure what happened. He great dealer, and over time, his
Welcome to the
anxiety
I think you
was
girl.
more profound.
Finn makes fun of my collection, but I think it's charming. Oh, I like this one. Why?
Like summer of 2005, would notice in my behavior and what I would fit in.
Yeah, wait a minute.
I asked Mike to do. And he said, no, I'm not. Stop it, don't claim it. I'm going to seal the deal on this. And I said, if you're not willing to work on the solution, then I'm going to work. So he reluctantly agreed that he would go to him.
Alright, there's a
The summer, we have not had any significant improvement. In September of 2005, the league was restoration. Didn't want to say that. And I didn't want my say. No matter how I changed my life to accommodate his dreams, it was not working. That's all. Nothing to it. The rest of them made me clear. Together, nothing. Over some house, time with us. Susan, only has one chance. I can stay over when I'm not here. My concern was I thought that Ruth had been in the house, had been going through my stuff. That my nerves faced the damaged desk on the front door and was very concerned that locked. Although determined to stay friends, and knew that she had made the right decision. I think when my down, things lightened, but I knew that I can't. By the time holiday was over, Susan determined off. That night, he thought and thrilled with the change. Friends over and he said from a distance was apart from the rest of the group, and there was a look in his eye. I need
I have received your
yes, that's the correct. Being 20% is the position of the okay.
Did you know widows and particles are parasitic? Well, I know a parasitic relationship. Let's go, Bobby.
Monsters that die while infected.
January Susan cleaned up and next month it was filled. It was something almost much and fun. Even though we were separated a long time together, we shared a farm, and I didn't know when she wasn't home. I thought that he was trying to find information about what was going on in my life. And he was taking Lucy. He kept over the but nothing would be easy with money. He played her even without she made one off my and sound the alarm and found that you is anyone
Yes.
but then I go to the beach. Jack was cruising her down the note and walked away. She found herself under attack by a strange man.
Yes. I will treasure it.
But she had no intention of selling. She fought back everything she had. My friend, and I turned out my own. And I eat and I laughed.
It's
And
beautiful.
back on her feet, she Susan again, punched her in the face. But as she fell, she brought him hear a dragon and felt the gun spin and she turned toward her. When I went up, give him an opportunity to say, okay, don't hurt me anymore. He was trying to put me out. And I knew with certainty that if God were attacked with sudden silence, and ran. Fear of fear. Transport make possible. Do you think that little bit. You might be. I wasn't sure. And I hope that he. I did. Best learn and to do the things that but as happy all the time, the next day was walking up, Helen found an awkward intimidation. I walked up to it and the door open. Might have been note that had my cell number in it, and I knew right away that this wasn't something I wanted to touch. Looking at the clock, and inside, no, we were fine. The evidence against Susan's husband was mounting, but he was still nowhere to be found. I was fearful that I would for a lot, and I know he would have heard of the house. 2 days later, 14, Portland police finally caught up with Mike Greenhouse. That's like it's going to Susan Green. He was released. What? Ended up with my he never argued. Checked in out Monday night. Oh, he didn't call anything. When police questioned Mike about the attack, he admitted that he had been to the house to leave a note for Susan. He also revealed that he knew the man.
We think that using the he was he needed
Jail. Susan was told to born back in her home. My option with
Sorry.
there was one. Over the next year, while investigators built policies against him, Mike denied that he involved with Susan. Finally, Step 2007,
Yes?
he feels solicitation and murder.
Another for my collection.
And
Thank you. Stay safe, if you can.
I longer wanted to live and share.
Probably shouldn't do that here.
The man that wanted me dead. When I made my victim impact page, if I that deserved to die. Susan had gambled on love and thought and the possibility of your love could take her. But I began serving life sentence because I don't get today. Susan divorced Mike and finally moving out of the house. She thought off right back. I chose to stay. So I must now.
you know what?
very, very much more aware of the fact that she is alive is really remarkable. Although it is far still, Susan, no, speaking the truth about these self-defense training, the nurses are all more skilled. What would make this possible? I find greater. I've already find now my husband could find
A descent into darkness. I wouldn't have it any other way.
The question is, what the fuck am I gonna get this backplate back on?
It scoots on fairly easily. It doesn't seem like it, but it does. I promise.
Fucking busted wires.
Yeah, it just slides on ever so delicately. It's weird. I hate taking mine off.
Is that sarcasm?
No, I really do hate taking the back off of mine. I'm enjoying it, Maiden. It took a little bit of getting used to. I swapped over to controller. It's definitely more difficult than one. And of course, I went Necromancer.
you never played Necromancer.
Right, Dill. All I play is Necro. You know this. Yep, I had to work all day and then I got to come home and enjoy it for a little bit. I get probably about another hour before I gotta go to bed. I had so many issues with encoding and streaming, it was miserable, tell you what. I had to drop the Twitch stream completely. My computer was just like, nope. I might try a ranger out. I tried the monk. Me and melee combat just does not mix well. I am definitely a range person.
Hello. I will treasure it.
I did do that like an idiot.
I will treasure it.
What'd you pick to play, Maiden? I'll probably create a character one of these just to see how they all play. Lucky you with the RNG.
She had no chance. He was stop. That's not happening. This child is far too
Definitely got to use the minions as they were intended. Oh, really? Oh, my back button on my DualSense triggers that. Awesome. Which means that does fireball.
What a pretty worm.
I had a feeling.
The tail. Leave me alone. Don't consent. The tail.
Yes. Ooh.
Raven. Always outsmart.
Skeletal snipers do. Unearth is a physical area spell. If it kills a monster or hits a corpse, it summons a short-lived bone minion. Monsters that die while unearthed.
The worm.
Spell damage again. Scepter's just.
I was just. Sorry, I was. Another for my collection. Thank you. Stay safe if you can.
Dean Mitchell? You don't do that. Denied the accusations. That is some mistake. There's people trying to get. Big happens to target. But their courage has to be fun.
I'll be right back. All right, I'm back.
Before long. Like, they wait. I never had that. The couple was too short. Over the while Pat back beyond, he continues downward spiral, even though Pat still pleads innocence by some time she stopped. He hurt, angry, serious. Free after 50 marriage. Fully separated. Husband, well,
The Grellwood has
right,
turned
there's
foul.
death.
I think I prefer it this way.
You don't want to think that death. 1 year later, in the spring of 1904, Pat still suffering at skinny much in his brain.
For the screws that came with the fan? That is way behind the stream.
I don't know where they went. They got.
Oh no. It's on. I'm trying to make sure it's all running properly.
Yeah, it's running at 28 Celsius without anything going. I'm just kind of. I got the plates on and all that, and I'm gonna pack up for the day.
Yeah, you need what's it called? An OS for it.
Yeah. What's your ballpark tomorrow? Like gave you some
I
gas
work
money to come over.
I work all day. I'm gone from 8:39 in the
No, I know
morning.
that. But what are you looking at? Like, if you would swing by here if I gave you gas money?
Yeah, I wouldn't be there till like
After.
10:30-ish. And I would
I mean,
pretty much just hand you the thumb drive and say, here, boot, install,
Yeah,
let it
which
do
is
its
fine.
thing.
Which is fine.
And don't lose
And
my
then you
thumb
say I get
drive.
an unlock key.
Yeah, you can go online and find cheap Windows 10 Pro keys for like $3.
What is that? How do you get a? What does that mean?
It's so you're licensed to use the software.
So what is it, like a username or some shit?
No, it's a product key. Like, you know how you would buy a game for the PC and have to enter a product key to be able to use it?
Okay.
You need a product key for Windows, or it doesn't give you access to all the features. The antivirus being one of those features. Being able to do updates, things like that. Shit you need. Spend the $3. You get it from some UK site. It's like $4 or $5 in total, $3 to $5, depending on where you get it from. And you have your key. Save it because it's 10 professional. You can use it more than once on the same computer, I believe. So if you were ever to change out the hard drive and have to reinstall it or something, the key would work for your motherboard still.
Gotcha.
That's why I went with 10. I mean, I think next month they
Are you
stop
saying
supporting
that
it.
the fans or the liquid coolant won't come on unless it needs to?
Correct. So once we install the OS, you're going to install this thing called fan control, which will be where you can adjust the speeds, how quickly it ramps up. It will only turn things on, like even with the graphics card, unless you're putting it under load, the graphics card fans won't spin either, unless you set them
Yeah.
to, which is once you have the
Every other
OS.
every other fan is on besides those two.
Yeah, so it's not requiring. Those should, do you plug those into the top of the board, right? They have a little,
Well,
every fan has to plug into the board somewhere.
yeah.
So if you look at your board, since you'll have the time to do it tomorrow, if you look at your board, it will say CPU fan, pump fan, somewhere around where you
Yeah.
would plug the fan in. Those would be on your pump fan, or CPU fan technically, would be the control for those. CPU fan. Pump fan would be for if you had not an AIO, but a water-cooled unit. Where the pump, so you would hook that up to CPU fan, and then when you use the fan control program, it'll calibrate and adjust them and say, okay, this is how this is. You would set a curve for it that, like, I use a linear curve, so as it gets hotter, my fans ramp up. If that makes sense. And if, like, they spin on the lowest absolute setting unless I'm reading temperatures. But you won't be able to really mess with that too much till you have an OS.
No, I'm just in like the motherboard operating system.
Yeah, you're in the BIOS. Don't
Yeah.
mess with it too much. It's set to work a specific way, and if you mess with too many things, you can brick your board. And then you'll have to clear the CMOS again and do a bunch of unnecessary steps that are going to frustrate you more than bickering with me about which way the fans are blowing.
We just weren't listening to each other.
I'm tired. I was at work all day. I got up at 7 o'clock this morning.
I've been up since 3. I had to go
I
to
know.
work today too.
And then you decided to frustrate yourself.
I fucking got it, dude.
I didn't think you weren't gonna get it. You just frustrate yourself easily. I've worked with you. I know how it is.
looks clean.
Oh, it's gonna.
The wires are a little smushed in the back, but I did what I had to do to get them to fucking.
Well, the wires in the back you don't see. The wires in the back you don't see. That's meant to be the messy part.
It's pushing out the bottom a tiny bit.
We can adjust that. You can wiggle that and adjust it. Don't worry.
No, I mean, the back plate is on completely. It's just like the wires are just like pushing on the plate a little bit. It's pushed out.
As long as the plate's not cutting the wires, that's all that matters.
But once I put the back plate on, I wanted to turn it back on just to see if I fucked with anything, and everything seems to be fine. So.
Yeah, you also, what you'll see with that case is you can run stuff from the bottom, the top, the side. Not everything has to go through.
Here, I'll take a picture so you can see what it looks like. Man. Let me get a light on. My phone's gonna die soon. Oh, I got my
PlayStation, you can, and you can sync your PlayStation in the Discord anyway. You can go through your PlayStation. Yeah, so BlueStacks was causing issues with eating memory and stuff while it's in the computer, so.
It looks pretty clean. You can see
4-pin pump header works for AIO too. Yeah, but I want it to be accurate for him. Where that's the CPU fan. Let him use the AIO CPU fan and let it read properly.
You don't want to glare for me.
I'm not talking to you. You forget I have YouTube chat up.
I'm talking to myself about the glare of the picture.
Oh. I mean, you could take the glass off. Or turn the flash off.
I didn't have a flash, just the glare.
Ooh. Stand in front of it. What did I just stumble across? Oh, great. Another boss. I swear, the bosses they put into this fucking thing right off the rip is retarded.
I think I did okay for my first time.
I'll look at it as soon as I'm done with this boss.
No, I haven't taken the picture without the glass on. Unless it did something with. I gotta mess with these fans because I don't have the RGB on, so I don't know if I have them on right.
The RGBs have to plug into, there should be another RGB connector that plugs into the lightning node on the back. There's another little control module in the back of the unit that the front fans hook up to. But also gotta remember, no software. they won't go RGB till there's software. Right now, they're just running off of power. The lightning node hasn't been fully set up yet.
Oh, so you'll see. Well, it's weird because the module on the CPU is RGB, but the fans aren't.
That's because that's just built into the board. The fans have to go through the IQ setup.
Okay.
That's so like mine, when I put the 2 exhaust fans in mine, I had to plug them into the lightning node. And then I had to go into IQ and set them up to read. And now I'm in the middle of fighting some shit. Hold on. You know you're going to be the same way when you get this game. You'll be like, oh shit. Oh shit. Discord. Oh, so the front ones are on. Yeah, so for that back fan, is that an IQ back fan or is that an Arctic?
Everything's IQ.
Okay, so yeah, each fan, the top one, at the AIO and the back one, they will have a secondary connector that's not the fan pin connector that need to plug into this little control module that's on the back of the tower. So on that back case, when you pull it off, there will be a little black box somewhere in there. That's your lightning node. They have to be plugged into... So 1 through 3 are the front 3 fans. 4, 5, and 6 will be any additional fans you want to add to that node without having to get a secondary one. So you would have to plug into 4 and 5, because if you don't plug into 4, let's say you do 5 and 6, you won't get the RGB. Let's say you do 4 and 6, 4 will get RGB, but 6 won't, because they're daisy chained to feed power. If that makes sense to you. Yeah. So there's secondary connectors that you haven't seen or haven't noticed, or they're tied up somewhere, and you just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Yep.
You'll be alright. I have faith in you.
There is a Bathman you will know. I'll wait here. The old magics will protect me.
By decree of the Count of Ogham, those condemned to hang from these branches are to be left until their hearts no longer beat. Their lungs...
Oh, now you have faith in me?
I always have faith in you. You just frustrate me. The love-hate relationship, like that's anything new for us.
Fuck you.
I love you too, boo-boo. The runway is somewhere in here. Ow. Up where I didn't see him. Take that, that's at 29. I haven't seen his thing hands-on. He got impatient and decided to do it all by his lonesome. and figure it out. So I'm not familiar with his board firsthand. He got an upgraded board from what I have. It, like I said, I haven't seen it firsthand. One day when I go over there and have time to look at it, I will go over it.
Are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to my chat.
I was like, I'm moving my stuff upstairs, so.
No, I'm leaving you to yourself for the moment.
Oh, this thing's heavy.
With everything in it? Oh, 100%, sir.
Skeletal snipers do high damage but have low life. They can be commanded to fire an arrow of poison gas. The clouds explode if an
He got it together. I had to yell a little bit because I wasn't understanding what he was saying. Communication breakdown. You know, shit happens.
Yes? I will treasure it. Goodbye.
I asked her to go to the rehab before she first got taken in drugs. And she just told me no, didn't have a problem.
He was trying to keep the family together, and that was the goal. Someone who got the corner. He did the job as a principal restaurant. His friends were reporting and found a program in Argentina. That was clear. They at that time and now, they were missing. But they needed them. So I said, well, come on, I can hire you on part-time. John's job was to teach him both for the property tax, but he couldn't have that more wrong. In July of 2001, he wasn't going to go to a heated argument.
Which I need to get out.
monsters that
Devastating.
monsters that
The house. In the basement. The police station.
I didn't feel like I could find anybody what was going on. I was ashamed as a man, police officer, to admit that I was a victim of physical violence, domestic violence.
With no legal right to see their children, John vowed to return to them as soon as he could.
I felt terrible about the wish, losing them. I couldn't tell them the history of the violence.
I don't want to say I felt like a dead been, but it was very easily put to me. dad did something. And they didn't care about it.
I thought maybe he may not do it in front of him, but they would be there
A
to get
sister
everything together.
in the
That she
Grellwood.
might get
Curious.
He was instructed to be here without the instruction and left.
Is my you tarried too long, dear sister?
December 8th. Summer 2001. John Paul down out with the hope that his wife
that she might get here.
he required rugged pilgrimage. He's very not sure. Would be one of the carnal things. Several talks with her about her behavior during that time.
Holy crap.
What? Spiral.
I'm fairly familiar with Corsair. Most of their shit is pretty straightforward. It's just finding the corresponding shit on the board.
I pretty much know how to build a PC for the most part now.
Not hard.
No, it's just
You have to have a
easy at
level,
first. It's
and
like-
you have to have a level of patience for it, which I almost broke my computer a few times putting it together.
Well, then I did better than you, I think. No, I'm just kidding. I was committed.
Just be glad it didn't end bad, because it could have.
Well, like at first, definitely thought it was going to be.
The roots here have a mind of their own. I'll need to convince them to part for.
Can I tell you one thing I did that I felt like an idiot about? I forgot to take off the plastic coverings off of the CPU. I mean, not the CPU, the GPU. So I went to go put it in the slot, and I'm like, it's not fitting. What the fuck? Like 10 minutes later, I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, I'm an idiot.
That's funny. That is funny.
Yeah, I figured you'd get it together. I'm like, what the fuck? Why isn't it fitting?
I don't like you.
No, I was just not fucking taking off the plastic piece. So I could just buy that passcode thing off my phone?
Yeah, just find a website. They'll email it to you. Blah blah blah.
You know, a reliable website?
I just used some random fucking website, first one that came up, cdkeys.com or something. I don't give a fuck. I monitor my bank account enough to know when there's fraudulent charges. Yeah, put up top away from them.
Which way do you come home from work?
Straight down 23.
Oh, okay. Coming from what, Prattsville?
Mm-hmm. It's a fucking long enough drive. It's almost an hour. I mean, if you can get access to a thumb drive and your dad's laptop, you can literally... Microsoft has the program built into their website. You just have to make sure you get Windows 10 Pro and get the corresponding key. That's it.
What's the corresponding key?
A key for Windows 10 Pro. Don't get a key for Windows 11. Don't get a key for Windows 10 Home. Windows 10 Pro is what you want. That is the one that is stripped out of all the features that you don't want. So it won't be like playing with an Xbox.
Did you even look at my picture?
Of your fans? Yeah, I looked at it. So I said there's controls somewhere. They're there. Maiden said SCD keys. Some drive more than 8 gigs to make a boot drive. See, everyone's familiar with it.
there to shoot it out.
Police do undercover detectives.
Oh, I know they do.
Meet Tina Pomeroy.
There's drop gave for a wire and got this reported on two different occasions where Smith, this person was an undercover deputy, to kill John, gave him hope that John was a Pomona police officer. She paid $2,500 and she was going to make a drug run. She was also going to buy the gun that was going to be.
But the plan was foiled when later today the same individual was arrested in charge of solicitation and murder. On June 3rd, 2004, John received divorce with his family, but a loophole in the California divorce laws meant that he was still entitled to half John Baxter's pension, totaling almost $70,000.
I thought this was absolutely for her to get this retirement. And anything else to be.
Here, John went for lawmakers.
There were two.
Boys, training order against 5 years.
And don't think what killed him probably more of a day than the
According to John, Tina has never once apologized. Show remorse. He did.
Mom would never get to do it. And she would only say, I'm sorry for being late. That's your part. You're not sorry. You're not sorry that you tried to over needed for you. And it was very upsetting.
July 2000, John finally succeeded in getting out of the divorce law changed. Hitman bill was signed and went into effect January 1st, 2011.
Sorry,
But
I
John
was
did
just...
not get reimbursed what he had already paid.
the satisfaction state. It was not preventing this kind of trauma happening to anybody else.
Yes,
Say, John is still a detective.
it's
and
beautiful.
Ever.
Except...
It was
My father could have gone completely downhill after the whole situation. But yet, he became something more than just a victim. He
therapy held it life and being raised.
Blood, bones, and rust. Death in abundance.
Knew it. They were married.
I think not.
They're trying to sell this the key for $20.
Sorry, I was
Look
just
for a different site.
elsewhere.
Do your research there.
Treasure it.
I know that was the first. You were like, I clicked on the first one, so I did the same. I was like, wait a minute.
This was also a year ago, though. That can change things. What's that gonna do? Oh, they cannot be removed once socketed. That's big no. That's a big no. Fair enough. Maiden's like, regardless, $20 is still cheaper than 200, which is not wrong.
No.
Yes? Yes? Oh, I like this one. Goodbye.
Skeletal warriors have high defense.
Fuck you, $100. You fucking piece of shit.
Surely that thing. The office with Elvin or Rex. Please call Elvin Rex.
Dude, I've almost been up for 24 hours. What the fuck?
Okay, let's go back. Oh, big call. Big call.
You should have served me.
Close.
Perhaps this is what we need. Imp. Impudent undead.
The judge issued a 2-year replacement.
This from before.
Yeah, range is definitely probably the way to go right now until you get more accustomed to everything. That's why I honestly switched over. I was like, oh, I'll play a monk off the rip. And it's just like, yeah, no, I'm getting bitch smacked. I will go with what I know works for me. Marksman might be fun. Ranger looks fun. I'm probably going to create a ranger. I mean, you can reset the instance and rerun the instance to get the rest of the ads.
I think not.
I reran the starting instance a couple of times to level me up before I even went in to do the first boss.
Yes. Stay safe.
Rolling with about 28, 35, not worth it. I want the Chaos Bolt. What am I doing?
Sorry, Yes. Oh, I like this one.
And they probably want you to buy some loot this time. I'm really looked, but with the way it works for silver and their gold this time around.
Goodbye.
Perhaps this is what we need. That voice. He sounds like fun. There's the third.
my collection. Thank you.
Skeletal snipe. Skeletal warriors have high.
Not 4. Plain. Investigate.
Perhaps this is what we need.
Area spot. I would ask. If you find a pipe out there, don't bring it back.
Anything happened to him? Started dating married.
Henley's done a fine.
She managed to get on thank him.
Sorry, I was just another for my collection. Thank you.
Monsters that die while infected with skeletal arsonists deal high fire damage but have low life. They can be commanded to detonate other minions that are close to death. When you see this red indicator, it means that the minion can be detonated.
April 2011. There was sentenced to 1 year jail for big feet. Another year for puzzle. He became known as the pool-digging rat. Today, elders live in small parts.
Guys, popping off for the evening. I gotta work in the morning. I'll catch everyone tomorrow. Don't forget. Later, brother. I will bring the thumb drive with me, so I may just come straight to you after work.
If I get it all by myself, I'll message you or call you and be like, hey, don't bother. But if I do and I don't, I'll text you either way.
I have it sitting right next to all my stuff for tomorrow.
Don't forget to bring it,
All right.
Alright.
Later, bro.
Love you, have sex, bye.
I love you. Have sex. Goodbye. Alright, guys. I'll catch up with everyone tomorrow and be streaming some more. Maybe I can figure out the kinks with Twitch. Maybe not. Who the fuck knows? But I'll catch you then. Later.